it is Sierra and Kaysen, and I'm filming this later than the video you'll see after this of me at work reading, because Sunday started my friend's bachelorette trip like I mentioned, and I just didn't want a video if I did read, just because, you know, it's a tiny bit awkward. But why didn't you exit there?
I'm gonna just try and get around.
Oh,
So
sorry. Anyway, so I only read Sunday night. I read a little bit before bed. Then Monday night I read a little bit before bed at 2. But then today you will see what reading I did. I don't think I read it all yesterday. Did I tell you if I read it all yesterday? Okay, I didn't read any on Tuesday because I was so tired. But you'll see the next video pop up and I will explain what I read today. Hey guys, here's me earlier at work. I am finishing Halton's story, which is called One Little Lie. And I was on chapter 26. So I finished One Little Lie and was going to start One Little Kiss, but then I realized that One Little Lie had a bonus epilogue, so I started that and then I finished it. I did not read One Little Kiss that day, but I did the next day. Here's the next day at work when I started Colton's story, One Little Kiss. I started at 7:15 and I read quite a bit, but I was alone in the office, so I also watched Big Brother just because I love it so much. But I did get quite a bit of reading done, so. Hey guys, you saw earlier I was reading my book at work and I got to page 249 and there's like 349 pages, so I have about 100 pages left. The book is called One Little Kiss. So we're gonna read since it's 5 o'clock and it's not time for dinner yet. So what are you gonna read?
No idea what it's called, but it's in the David Wolf series.
Look at the title.
Well, when you open your Kindle, like, you see the title once and that's it, you know?
Yeah.
See?
It's just called the David Wolf Mystery Thriller series.
That's what the series is called. Let me see.
Oh.
Hold on. About this book.
My arm's tired. It literally just says
12.
mystery.
It's book 12.
12 books.
Drifted.
Okay, so we're gonna read and then we'll come back with an update with how long we read and how much we read. Ready? Break. It is 7:01 and I have finished my book and the bonus scene.
I finished a book and I started another one.
How far did you get into the other one?
6 or 7 chapters in.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to take a pause and we're going to order pizza and watch Thunder. But probably during the commercials, I will read. He might too. We'll see. He goes crazy for the Thunder. Look at his shirt.
I did my jersey too.
Yeah, he has a jersey. The next book I'm reading is One Little Secret, and that's Ashton's story, and it is the 5th and final book for the Westbrooks. But I will let you guys know if I read any more tonight. Will you let them know if you read any more?
If the camera's put in my face.
So as you can see, I did end up reading a little bit of Ashton's story last night, but only 2 chapters. Obviously, it was on page 13. I get off at work at noon on Fridays, so I didn't read a whole bunch, but this was my cousin's graduation weekend, so I went to Kingfisher after work and helped set up for the grad party, and then I came back the next day for her graduation, and Kason and I both read some of our book before graduation started, and then I read a little bit tonight, being Saturday, May 17th. I do not know what page I got to at this point. I know it is over page 100, so I have about 200 pages left, but stay tuned next week when you will see me finish One Little Secret, and I will tell you what books I'm reading next.